You know what I'm talking about? What's good with the people, man? It's your partner, man. Who? It's your partner, man. You know what I'm talking about? What's good with the people? How's y'all doing on this terrible trademark Thursday? You say terrible trademark Thursday? What are you talking about, baby? Because we gonna get into it, but before we do that, what's good? People like he ha ha. You know what I'm talking about? Wise man. You know what I'm talking about? Ken in the pen, man. All my folks incarcerated, man. All my folks who ain't, bruh. Everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on top of that thing. Keep that head up. You know what I'm talking about? Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it. You know what I'm talking about, man? Did I say Ken in the pen? I don't know, but if I didn't, go get that stick up in stores now. You can go get you some off 76 MacArthur. Giants Liquor is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, man? 82nd Hillside Barbershop. You know what I'm talking about? They say somebody putting them in their stores in the hundreds. Thank you, young man. Now you know, because I tell you every morning, but just in case you forgot, you can come get them from me. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Sprinkler system on. You know what I'm talking about? Also in stores now. Funk or die trying. You know what I'm talking about? Go get you one. You know what I'm talking about? But if all else fails, and I mean if all else fails, man, you can go and grab you some of them things off of Amazon. Make sure you copy a hardback. Uh-oh, what's that? Swing that finger, young man. Come on with it, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Come on with it. You know what I'm talking about? Come on with it, right? Worldwide INC, you know what I'm talking about? Back up like the Green Goblin, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Worldwide Incorporated. One more time like the Green Goblin, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Worldwide, man. Hey, go say, what does that mean? I'm going to tell you, everybody means everybody. Everybody included, man. You know what I'm talking about? And Dugu, Cutthroat, Mike, Lil Rue, not Lil Rube, Lil Rue. You know what I'm talking about? Tata the player. That's who comes next, man. Same thing, bro. Everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on top of that thing, man. Everybody incarcerated, everybody who ain't, man, around the world, man. You know what I'm talking about? Keep that head up. You know what I'm talking about? Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. Now let's get through these disclaimers. But before we do that, mama says, and mama always says, boy, brush them whiskers when you on TV. Even if they got a hole in them, you know what I'm talking about? Coffee Chronicles. Coffee Chronicles, you know what I'm talking about? Now, let's get through these disclaimers. Now, good brother like myself, man. I don't promote no crime. No, hold on. Good brother like myself, I don't promote no drug usage. You know what I'm talking about? No. You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no drug sellers. You know what I'm talking about? No. You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no alcohol consumption. You know what I'm talking about? No. You know what I'm talking about? Dog, man. Don't take a sip of the sippers. Nah, don't do it. You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself. I don't promote no crime. No. You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself. All promote no violence. No. You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself. I don't promote no domestic violence. No. You know what I'm talking about? Keep your hands off the people. People, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Don't, you know what I'm talking about? Promote, you know what I'm talking about? No. Negativity, you know what I'm talking about? No. You know what I'm talking about? No. No, man. V-Bay, I don't promote shit. They was talking to Brett. I don't promote shit. You know what I'm talking about? All I promote is y'all go ahead and do what you're going to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you find the right thing to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. Because we just don't know how much time we going to get. You know what I'm talking about, young ladies and gentlemen? But a good brother like myself, I ain't prejudiced. A good brother like myself, I ain't got nothing against the sexually different. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself, I ain't got nothing against the little people. Nah, man, nah. You know what I'm talking about? Nah. Me, man, I ain't got nothing against nobody. You know what I'm talking about? They was talking to me. Man, I just love me some everybody. You know what I'm talking about? As a matter of fact, I'm on a quest, you know what I'm talking about? Bring that peace, you know what I'm talking about? That joy, you know what I'm talking about? That love, you know what I'm talking about? That love, you know what I'm talking about? Back to YouTube community, man. You with me? Come on over here, fuck with your partner, man. Psst. Come fuck with it, nigga, one time. You know what I'm talking about? Man, how y'all doing on this terrible trademark Thursday? You say, bro, what are you talking about? Oh, we gonna get into it. Yo, we gonna get into it. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to everybody who trying to smoke for free. You know what I'm talking about? Where'd you get that from? Idea. You ever see one of the niggas try to smoke for free? Man, that smell good. You know what I'm talking about? Like that nigga on Kingdom Come, and that nigga seen LL Cool J out there with that bottle. That nigga hurried up and knocked that Kool-Aid out his cup. Nigga said, "Hey Ray, I see you got a taste." That nigga done. I don't know what that nigga had in this cup. That nigga umped it a whole. I see you got a taste, right? But yeah, man, terrible trademarks Thursday it is, man. We're gonna get into it. Before they do that, I'm gonna address two things. Because I was talking to one of our people. I'm talking about from the other side of the world. And as we was talking, he had some good points, bro. He just did. And he made me recognize something with how somebody could take something. And these are two things I wanted to address. That's why I made the comment the other day, man. You know what I'm talking about? If I have your number, like, you should never think I'm talking about you up here, folks. Or if you got my number, you should never think I'm talking about you up here. And when I said that thing, I think it made it clear where I stood at it, but not. And that's around the world. You know what I'm talking about? Because this is, with the conversation I had, this is the two things I want to address. See, one thing you got to realize, bro, like, I know everybody come up here and be like, man, I'm not no internet nigga and all that shit, bro. I'm not, you know what I'm talking about? I brought my audience with me to the internet. You get what I'm saying, bro? I got a lot of penitentiary audience. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas up in there with them high phones. You feel me? But I be talking about real life, bro. And I just be talking about behaviors in the world, if you get it. You get what I'm saying? And see, I'm not on every social media platform, bro. I'm telling you, I got the worst marketing strategy on this shit, bro. You know what I'm talking about? If I was paying attention to that shit, I probably could have, bro. But I'm just not into what everybody else do, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck editing, fuck all these lights. I told you, I am the light blinking in the background. You know what I'm talking about? Do you see me blinking? You know what I'm talking about? I am the light blinking. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm just gonna do it my way. You know what I'm talking about? If it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. You know what I'm talking about? Because I'm still doing it my way in real life. You know what I'm talking about? I see you, fuck it. But on some real shit. So I can see how I can get up here, bro. I be talking about some shit I just went through the grocery store, some shit I just went through at a gas station at work. You know what I'm talking about? I be talking about some shit out of real life. But what I've noticed is people are experts at they experts at watching your video, then try to tie your video into some shit that's going on the internet. You know what I'm talking about? Man, I ain't in that shit, bro. I ain't even talking about. Half the time I don't even be knowing what happened, bro. You know what I'm talking about? I don't really be in the loop like that, bro. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes I might know, sometimes I might not, bro. You get what I'm saying? But I be talking about shit in life. And what y'all good for doing now, y'all phone tag shit. I got phone tagged before and got popped. You know what I'm talking about? The nigga shot me. That's how I got shot. Phone tag. Somebody phone tagged me. Y'all gonna say what is phone tag? I make a video, bruh. You don't even see my video. But one of these other nosy, messy ass motherfuckers try to come take your video and show it to somebody else and put it in their head that you talking about them. You get what I'm saying? Y'all need to cut that shit out. Or don't, you know what I'm talking about? I don't give a fuck. But yeah, man, but that's what I wanted to address. You feel what I'm saying? There's them two things right there, man. If I got your number and you got mine, because I'm one of them people say we don't even talk, like, isn't there some shit going on that I see that, like, man, that I see could get misconstrued, I'm going to call you, bro. You get what I'm saying? If I see some shit could go some other way and I feel like it get misconstrued, I'm going to call you on the phone, bro, so we can get a clear understanding. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to the clear understanding. But we got to get out of that. And like I say, this is the kids' time. So the motherfuckers that's older like me, y'all need to stop doing that shit, bro. Y'all do, bro. Because y'all just running around pumping the kids up, folks. Trying to get a show. You get what I'm saying? Go. Y'all doing that shit trying to get a show, bro. Coffee Chronicles. And in the process of doing that, man, you will stir up some mess. You know what I'm talking about? But that's what we like to do now, stir up mess. You know what I'm talking about? But still, again, I'm here with you. Shout out to everybody around the world. And terrible trademark goes something like that. Look, perfect segue to lead me right on into what I was talking about. Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. Yo, talk about lady. Terrible trademark, man. Now, everybody know what a trademark is, right? That's when you go get you own your name or whatever, man. But see, this is what people fail to realize. You know, when you got your first trademark, when you was born, nigga, your birth certificate, right? So at that point right there, you was trademarked. I'm gonna tell you what we do on Earth. See, when you was born, you was trademarked. So it was up to you right there, you know what I'm talking about, to make your name whatever it was, bruh. And on this thing we call Earth and this thing we call life right here, man, we'll fuck our own trademark up, folks, and then get mad. See, because this is what, like, you have to understand this, y'all. If you one of these motherfuckers, say me, I've been out here just robbing, lying, cheating, killing, stealing, and all this shit for 10 years, bruh. I can't decide I'm going to stop, and then you going to believe that I stopped in 3 days or 4 days. You get what I'm saying? If I've been doing this shit for 10 years, I'm going to at least need 10 years of not doing this shit for a motherfucker to believe me. You know what I'm talking about? It's going to take about 10 years of me not doing the shit that I was doing for motherfuckers to start gaining my trust again and shit, you know what I'm talking about? Or for me to start gaining motherfuckers' trust again. Because for the last 10 years, they just seen me lying, stealing, shooting, killing, and all this old stupid ass shit. And then one day I'll just wake up and I ain't did it for 3 or 4 days and I'm saying, man, I'm a changed man. No, you're going to have to see that shit for at least 10 years because that's how long I've been doing it. And I don't think we get that as people. We fuck our own trademark up. That's why a lot of us got terrible trademarks. And the terrible trademark ain't nothing but having a terrible name. If your name come up and, like, say somebody throw somebody's name out there and then hellish shit come up behind somebody's name, we don't know. You get what I'm saying? We talking about around the world. I ain't talking about people that don't like you. I'm talking about people that got unbiased opinions and everything else. If your name come up and everybody just say, man, he's a thief, it might be something there, folks. I don't know. If a motherfucking name come up, man, he a killer, it might be something there, folks. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? But what I could tell you is, as your own person, bruh, you either depreciate your trademark or you make that motherfucker valuable. But what you do is gonna determine who you is, folks. And that's just plain and simple. Because in today's times, there I go again, man. There I go. But I don't go nowhere without that big thing. That big thing, seen him, he was scared, left a shit stain. A shit stain? I wouldn't even trip and swear to God. Swear to God, you owe me one. Give it to the mob. To the mob? You know what I'm talking about, y'all? Who remember that one? But as people, we be doing some fuck shit, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Just as people as a whole, as a group, us as a whole, we be doing some fuck shit, bruh. And I'm going to tell y'all what we good for. We good for doing some shit that we don't want nobody else to notice. You get what I'm saying? You said, no, I don't, baby, cuz. Can you elaborate? You know what I'm talking about? Okay. So say you just a lion. You done spent all this time lying, and somebody find out you lying. Now somehow you want to continue to lie, but you want everybody else to believe your lie, and you get mad when they don't. You get what I'm saying? It's like that, bruh. You in control of the person you is. That's why I continuously tell you only you can prevent forest fires. That was some real shit. See, I'm telling you, they used to give us game on commercials and shit when we was little. I'm telling you, they used to add shit. That's what's missing now, bruh. We done stop passing game. You get what I'm saying? We done stop passing shit that somebody else might could use. You know what I'm talking about? So now we just on the, you know what I mean? Whatever that shit is, we just on the Shock Jock channel. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about around the world, everybody. So we just on the Shock Jock show. Because I told y'all that shit gonna seep in. And y'all still not gonna understand it until kids is running around here talking like Stephen A. Smith. What, Mom? You know what I'm talking about? They gonna say, bro, you said that before. Just watch what's to come. Because you don't get it, bro. Y'all don't get it, man. We gonna breed what's to come. That's why it's good to get back to player shit. Because if it ain't nothing but continuously going on but chaos, it's just gonna breed more chaos. And the chaos will never stop. That's what I'm saying. Whether you like each other or not, bro, you know what I'm talking about? It's time to get back to player shit. Because y'all got to realize there's people out here watching this shit, bro. And the moment you do it, they going to think it's cool. Why you think motherfuckers, look, I'm talking about the motherfuckers who's just now starting a YouTube channel or something. This is what is scary, y'all. And don't nobody even think about this. Because anything you finna do, nigga, if you finna buy Because I used to have vending machines, you get what I'm saying? But before I bought them vending machines, nigga, I was looking up. This was back when we still had paper. You get what I'm saying? So you was looking through the paper. So I'm having my people and sending me all the shit that I need to research on having a motherfucking candy machine, you know what I'm talking about? And the one thing that stood out to me while I was researching that shit is, it don't really matter how many vending machines you got and all that shit, bruh. It's gonna matter on the locations the motherfuckers at. And the other thing I noticed, when you got a vending machine and cause I used to have, nigga, I was sharp, bruh. Nigga, I had a candy machine in my lawyer's office. You know what I'm talking about? I had one in Labor Ready. I was smooth, y'all. I know how to operate with people. You know what I'm talking about? So anywhere I was at, nigga, that's where candy machine was at. You know what I'm talking about? But this is what I learned about that shit, bruh. You gonna get more. It's best to find out. Like, say I'm going to a Bell's Bonds office. The people who coming in and out that motherfucker, they ain't really the ones who fucking with the candy machine and shit. You know what I'm talking about? They might if you got some kids or something. But the motherfucker who's in the office, that's why you ask them what they want in their machine. You know what I'm talking about? Because they the ones that's sitting up there all day that's gonna keep on putting their money in the machine. You get what I'm saying? But the moral of the story is the location, folks. So I feel sorry, bruh, for a motherfucker who want to get in YouTube now and you looking up how to be successful on this shit, bruh. Because they gonna shoot you straight to these other jokers, bruh. You get what I'm saying? They gonna shoot you straight to all these controversial and mess masters. You get what I'm saying? And you gonna be looking at that, be like, damn, this is what I gotta do to succeed. And it ain't, folks. You can get on here and take your shit wherever you want to take it, folks. You know what I'm talking about? Just stay down till you come up, bro. That's all you gotta do is stay down, folks. That's all you gotta do is stay down. You gonna come up. It might seem hard. It might do all that, bro. And that's what they want you to do. I think YouTube be doing that shit on purpose. They want you to panic. They want you to create an idea. Then they want you to, like, say you create an idea on here on you doing the show on making ice cream. I think YouTube continuously keep you, say they keep you at 4 or 5 views. Bro, it's 4 or 5 people watching you. Appreciate that. You got to start somewhere. But what they will do is make you panic. Like your shit ain't gonna never work, bro. And you can't even worry about that shit. You just got to stay with the course, bro. You just got to stay with the course. You get what I'm saying? Because that's the only reason you going. That's the only way you gonna become you. You just got to stay with the course. But they'll make you panic, bro. They'll make you panic. And then they'll make you, they'll just make you feel like you got to do something else when you don't. You could just always do you at any time on earth, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? And on this terrible Trademark Thursday, that's how we, like, just like I told my daughter, man, like, at some point in this life, you really it's gonna be a moment in your life. It might be good or bad, but a moment gonna come in your life where you gonna be able to tell who you really is as a person, bruh. It might not be no bad shit or nothing, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? It might be a blessing, bruh. You might win the lottery, nigga, and get 400 million. And at that point, that's gonna show you who you really is. Coffee Chronicles. You might get arrested with your partner. That's gonna show you who you really is. Somebody you love might be in a hospital. That's gonna show you who you really is, bro. It don't have to always be something bad. It could be something good. You might get a new position. You done became the supervisor. That's gonna show you who you is, bro. Just little moments, bro. You gonna have shit in your own life that's gonna measure you, bro. And on these terrible Trademark Thursdays, now in society, we like to, and I'm trying to figure out how to say this, because I see this shit coming too, bro. And once this, it's already here, but once it just gets here completely, bro, we gonna be fucked up. And it's that shit where, it's that Mayweather Mike Tyson crowd. You get what I'm saying? Like you hanging around a bunch of ass kissing motherfuckers, you feel me? So whatever you say, it just goes. You get what I'm saying? Now that's good in some instances, but it's bad in other instances. You get what I'm saying, bro? Because that shit will stunt your growth. Because it'll just give you a sense of entitlement. Although you supposed to create the best world you can now, you know what I'm talking about? Ain't nothing wrong how motherfuckers around you that'll do what you say now. I ain't trying to say that now. Say now, say now. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't trying to say that now. You know what I'm talking about? No, I ain't. But what I'm telling you is that shit'll stunt your growth. Because it'll give you a fucked up sense of entitlement. Like you'll become like the rich kids. You know how the rich kids just walk around this world just my daddy. You know who my daddy is and all that shit. Like it'll give you that type of sense of entitlement. Because you got a billion motherfuckers around you that you could just boss around. They ain't gonna never disagree with you or nothing. So in them crowds like there, you're God. You're always right. And sometimes that ain't always right, bruh. Because ain't none of us always right. A lot of times, a lot of us is always wrong like a motherfucker, you know what I'm talking about? But we just look over that. And that's what that shit'll catch on, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? And that'll stunt your growth more than anything, bruh, because it gives you the entitlement of the rich kids. So you just walk around this world, nigga, like your shit don't stink. And when you walk around like that, you leave yourself no room to correct yourself. If you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about? Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all like how bruh do that, huh? But bruh got some good news this morning. You know what I'm talking about? I'm feeling good. Hope y'all is. But the first trademark you ever got was your birth certificate, folks. And you became your product at that point. Do you have a good product or a shitty product, bruh? Because that's going to go your terrible trademark. And a lot of us have them because we refuse to look at ourselves and the shit that we do. Now, once again, y'all, I'm one of them niggas. If I'm talking about YouTube, I'm going to let you know I'm talking about YouTube. Bruh don't really be talking about YouTube. Bruh be talking about life. Bruh be talking about itself, if you get what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Because I know I say a lot of shit sometimes that might get construed. But if you would learn, like, bruh's not mad at one person. I'm not even talking about people. I'm talking about the behaviors that people use. You get what I'm saying? Because, like, say I got a fucked up behavior. This is the best thing about that shit. You can change a behavior. You just can, bruh. Because that's something you learned how to do. You can always change your behavior. That's why we all got a chance to bring this shit back to the players of all around the world, bruh. Because we could just stop doing this shit. You know what I'm talking about? Because right now, to me, I'm talking about, this is my opinion. I'm talking about around the world too, bro. I'm not talking about no specific. I'm talking about around the world, nigga. Ever since I came, see, I didn't even know a lot of y'all when I first came here 2 years ago. I didn't, bro. I kind of met y'all probably like a year later. But I'm talking about from when I first came on here. That's why I came on here telling stories. I was just always trying to bring a good feeling back to YouTube. You get what I'm saying? Because we ain't got to be on here doing the shit that we do. Because a lot of times, man, like, and it's with the niggas in jail because they don't really get this shit like that. You get what I'm saying? The ones who have phones do, but I'm talking about in the other state. That's where I wasn't even talking about my niggas in California. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out California. You know what I'm talking about? I was talking about my niggas in the other states. Like out here, Brett, you don't really come across them horns like that. That motherfucker like having a baby unicorn. You know what I'm talking about? So they don't. All they go off of is TMC, and they think the world is some other shit right now. You get what I'm saying? But it's really not. But they don't get it, man, and they don't get how, like, they'll pop up somebody RICO case and they just be bewildered how a nigga is in jail and you got the world speaking on their case, man. They just cannot understand that. They like, bro, what the fuck is? I'm like, man, you would never get it, bro. You would never get it. You'll never get it. And I just be trying to stop some of that shit. Just us peeking at everybody all the time. Because a lot of times I'm just this big bro right now. Bigger, you know what I'm talking about? Unk. You know what I'm talking about? Because somebody asked me, why did I say that? No, I said, I'm big bro. You can call me Unk. And if you got my phone number, you could call me up. They thought I said up twice, but I didn't. I said Unk. You know what I'm talking about? Man, I forgot what the fuck I was finna say. And that pissed me off because that was a real good point. It was. But I see a world where we could have house party again, bruh. I just got another vision. You know what I'm talking about? I can see that world again. Especially on this shit where we ain't even, you know what I'm talking about, nigga? We just on here kicking it too, bro. We could turn this shit to a house party for real. Coffee Chronicles. Now somebody gonna say, bro, you way too old. Be talking about house parties. Now this is what I'm talking about, slow ass nigga. You could bring that feeling back. Not the actual house party. Goofy, nerdy, nerd, nosy ass nigga. No, you could bring that feeling back though, bro. You could bring that family feeling back. You can. Where everybody just fucks with everybody. Because if you don't bring that feeling back, bro, I'm sorry to tell you, but you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna be everybody, basically everybody's side against everybody's side. It's gonna be like hella churches fighting, bro. This congregation is gonna be like church wars. There's gonna be hella different churches and everybody out there, you know what I mean? There's gonna be some shit like that. But we can just all get together, man, and kick it. That's why, you know what the problem is, too? One of the problems that I say that, on my opinion, I'm talking about around the world, bro. I'm talking about around the world, bro. You know one of the problems is, y'all? We start too many discussions. That's why we need something else to do. You get what I'm saying? That's why we need the capping contest. Sports channels is cool. You get what I'm saying? Not politics, because that gets too, that's damn near like saying, I am not the father looking ass, you know what I'm talking about? That shit gets too deep, but like, we need to bring something fun back, because starting all these discussions, starting a discussion is going to start the argument. Starting the discussion is going to start the argument. Because the discussion you start is always going to be somebody who don't agree with it or somebody who do agree with it, bruh. And once the motherfuckers collide, and we just can't be like grown-ups. We done tried it too many times. Where you just come up here and everybody voice their opinion and you go, because everybody wants to argue everybody else's opinion. You know what I'm talking about? I think we should hold up on the discussions right now. You know what I'm talking about? I'm trying something a little lighter until we get mentally right to have the discussions. Because the way they treating us to communicate now is disrespectful. You get what I'm saying? And that's why the discussions is not good no more. Because once again, if you looking at this shit and you just started this YouTube shit or something, and this something you think you want to do, bro, they gonna run you right into the shock jock shit, bro. This is how they teaching you to communicate. So it could just be a peaceful. We could be talking about God. You get what I'm saying? And you gonna have one motherfucker, what the fuck, you know what I'm talking about? And you motherfuckers up, you gonna have one of them motherfuckers. You get what I'm talking about? That motherfucker ain't nothing but you just gonna have somebody come in and troll, and it's gonna get disrespectful, bro. And it's gonna get disrespectful because this is how they teaching you to communicate. You know what I'm talking about? This is how they teaching you to communicate. This is how they teaching you to grab people's attention. And that's a bad trait, bro. Because that shit might work on this computer, bro. But them bad habits to have in your real life, bro. Acting like that in your real life will hinder you, bro. That shit will get you hurt. It will get you hurt, bro. It will. And that be my concern for the people. Because after you cut your camera off, man, it's real life again. You get what I'm saying? And you don't want to pick no shit up, bro, that's going to hinder you for real. Especially off this old bullshit, nigga. Especially off this old bullshit, y'all. I know we could do better, even me, man. I told y'all, I'm right here with you, man. World round, man, worldwide. Nephew sis over there, old lady. Nephew sis over there, old lady. Hey, yo, old lady. You feel me, man? But on this terrible Trademark Thursday, man, make sure you ain't got one. Because you was in charge of you from the moment you was born, man. You get what I'm saying? And fuck what they talking about, bruh. Your name either, because now there's either two things happening, bruh. You either got motherfuckers really hating, or we got the conversation to where if somebody tell you they don't like your shoes, they hating on your shoes. He cannot just not like them shoes. You get what I'm saying? So now you got motherfuckers that's really hating, and we also have the crowd that's turning the truth into, you want to put a label on anything. If somebody come bring you something about yourself, you trying to turn love into hate. You feel me? If we finna go out to a party and I pull you to the side, bro, I'm like, bro, you might want to go over, bro, go freshen up before you gonna turn, I'm hating on you now. Even though I pulled you to the side, I done bust you out loud in front of everybody, turned it into a joke. You know what I'm talking about? I act like I had some weed or something I wanted to show you, pulled you way to the back, bro. You might want to freshen up before we go out, bro. That thing, you know what I'm talking about? Now you done spent off on me. Talking about I'm hating on you or something because you got on Gucci. You know what I'm talking about? And for some reason, I just got on sweatpants and a t-shirt. So I'm hating on you. You got on all the fresh Gucci, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, you the one that smell like you came from the gym. I might look like I came from the gym, you know what I'm talking about? But you the one that smell like it, bruh. Proof is in the pudding. Proof is in the pudding, man. So we got to get out of these behaviors, y'all. Because there really ain't nothing wrong with the people, I don't think. Just like it ain't nothing wrong with the world, bruh. It's the people in the world. The world just fine. Coffee Chronicles. Because once we get back to being the people, bro, we can get back to the love. See, what y'all don't get, like how y'all always talking about this God and shit, them behaviors, them bad spirits. On my mama, bro. All these behaviors, we be exuberant out here, church people included. That's them same motherfucking things they be talking about in the Bible. It do. That greed, that gluttony, you know what I'm talking about, that spitefulness. These is all the behaviors we displaying. But we act like that ain't what it is. But if we get to the bottom of it, that's exactly what it is, bruh. And that's what we do now. You know what I'm talking about? That's how you get a terrible trademark. You know what I'm talking about? Because if you sitting right here lying and killing, bruh, you know what I'm talking about, and that's what you doing, then when somebody bring that to your attention, you try to give them a rationalization or, man, I don't know how he died. You know, all that shit right there, man. I ain't killed. Who said I? And all that shit right there, bruh. You get what I'm saying? That's how you get a terrible trademark. Because it's real easy just to keep things smooth, bruh. It's all that old other deception. Deceit. The 5-finger discount. You know what I'm talking about? They got us uneven, folks. All that shit got us uneven, man. And then the spirit, you know what the worst spirit is? Because y'all ain't gonna even believe me on this one, bruh. But in that Bible, it's a sin to gossip. We overlook that one every day. You know what I'm talking about? And this is what be fucked up about that shit, man. I'm talking about around the world. In general, bruh. Nobody specific. Just something to happen, bruh, and everybody else will propel that shit, bruh. It'll be 2 or 3 motherfuckers that really have a problem. You get what I'm saying? But then you got 40,000 motherfuckers coming from around the world propelling that shit, instigating that shit. You get what I'm saying? And for some reason now, this invisible pressure on here, man. Man, listen, bruh. If you don't know me, man, speak. You feel me? Because up off that MacArthur, you know what I'm talking about? If you ain't coming up off that MacArthur talking about nothing, man, you know, from around that area, man, what you say don't even mean nothing, bruh. You don't even know me. You feel me? And once y'all get that, unless because there be some motherfuckers up here, man, y'all block really, you know what I'm talking about? They be chastising you niggas. For some reason, man, you don't they'll be your enemies, you be like your partners and shit. For some reason, y'all ain't got into it, bro. But that ain't my problem. You get what I'm saying, bro? You don't know me for real, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So this is what y'all need to get. It ain't like the people who know y'all for real coming up here chastising y'all or hating on y'all. It's invisible people, bro. They don't know what's going on. It ain't nobody you know for real, so that shit shouldn't even mean nothing. Even if they was, this shit shouldn't mean nothing, bro. You know what I'm talking about? For real, bro. Terrible trademark Thursday it is. This is gonna be one of them long ones. You know what I'm talking about? Just on the real, bro. Don't have one. Your name shouldn't be terrible. No matter where that motherfucker come up at, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Talk about me in Philippines, and I ain't gonna get to talk China, whatever. Nichua, you know what I'm talking about? No, all that shit. Yeah, DB, Nichua, you know what I'm talking about? Light skinned DB, Nichua, you know what I'm talking about? No, all that shit right there, you know what I'm talking about? For real, man. Don't have no terrible trademark. And this is what we don't get, and we just don't take responsibility for this one at all, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? Only you can make your trademark good or bad. It has nothing to do with nobody else. It only has to do with you. So if you got a bad trademark, your name bad, bro, you can't blame that on nobody else. You can't blame that on no rumors or nothing. You know what I'm talking about? You got to blame it on the actions, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Cause say like you didn't do something and somebody said you did it, and motherfuckers start to, if you know you didn't do that shit, bro, that shit shouldn't even hold no weight, bro. Now if you did it, for some reason people just get guilty consciences when they do shit. You get what I'm saying? It's almost like an invisible pressure. I feel you. I live with guilt my motherfucking self, bro. I ain't perfect, nigga. I ain't. Before I get up out of here, man, you know what I'm talking about? Because I don't know nothing. I just be throwing shit in the air, man. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to tell you this, man. Because in the same conversation we was talking about, man, and this is all I'm going to say before I get up out of here, man. Because we so good for talking about mistakes that we've made. Now, to me, we might not have the same understanding. Like, I made mistakes like going in jail. I say that was mistakes. You get what I'm saying? There was, I could see my mistakes when I made a big enough mistake, right? But a lot of shit we be calling mistakes don't be mistakes, folks. They just be our choices that didn't pan out. It was just life. But we want to say we made a mistake. Just listen to a motherfucker like damn near, man. Talk to one of these young bitches that got 4, 5 different baby daddies. You get what I'm saying? Talk to one of them, bruh, and just listen what they say. Every one of their kids is gonna be a mistake. You get what I'm saying? Every nigga they fucked with was gonna be a mistake. A lot of times, like somebody could tell us, man, that might be a bad road you walking down. We don't want to listen to that shit. We just keep walking down the bad road. Then when we get knocked on top of our head, we come from back down that road raggedy. Then want to talk about the mistake we made. That wasn't even a mistake. That was your choice. But we good for doing that. And that's what they teaching you to do now is put a label on everything so it's not your fault. That shit ain't no mistake. 90,000 motherfuckers told you don't do that shit before you did it. That ain't no mistake, bro. That was your choice. You get what I'm saying? But we quick to do something that we want to do, and when it don't pan out, we want to put a label on it. And them labels, that's just a way of getting out of your motherfucking accountability, folks. That's why I tell you that shit is bad, man. But that's just my opinion. You feel what I'm saying? That's why that shit bad, bro. When you quick to put a label on everything, mistaken. That was your choice, folks. That wasn't no mistake. You knew exactly what you wanted to do. The shit just didn't work out. That's just life, folks. That's just life. But you live and you learn. So ain't nothing wrong with that either. Please don't get my words misconstrued. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't nothing wrong with that either. You live and you learn, bro. But at the same time, y'all, we have to stop putting a label on everything, because the more shit you put a label on, the more you get out of looking at yourself, or how you even got in the shit you got in. You get what I'm saying? But what do I know? Only you could prevent forest fires, man. And with that one right there, man, if you don't remember nothing else, man, always remember it don't cost nothing just to show a little bit of that love.